game one as a Wildcat?
Yeah, I mean, we got the win. It's been a little while since, I was able to play in a game, but definitely happy walking away with a win. But, at the same time, a lot of guys understand we left a lot of plays out there. Ball State came out ready to play as we expected. They did a lot of good things. They're definitely coached really well, had some good players out there. But, we first of all, defense balled out. I thought our defense played really, really well, had some explosive plays, scored a touchdown. Shout out to those guys. But offensively, we did some good things, and then we did some things that we can't do. And we understand that. So obviously the win is really good, and at the same time, there's so much that we could correct and so much that we could get better at. So, kind of in a sense get back to the drawing board, but also appreciate winning, because winning is still hard at the end of the day.
Devin, you talked about how long it had been since you played. Did you feel rusty out there at all? Was there any of that involved?
No, not really. I mean, it kind of hit me, though, right as we were running out, that it's been a little while since last October, kind of going down. But I wouldn't really say I was too nervous. Felt really prepared going into this game. Just a couple throws got away from me a little bit. But, it felt good. It felt good to be in Kroger Field playing in blue.
You looked a lot more comfortable in the second half than the first. Is that how you felt?
A little bit. I think just settling into the game. Actually, until the fourth quarter, we only had one drive. And thankfully, we came out well. We executed well. Second half, first drive, came out and scored. But it felt like we were on the sidelines for a little while. And our defense, like I said, they balled out all game. And then obviously Barryon scoring that touchdown in the second half helped us a lot. So there was definitely ups and downs throughout the game. But overall, walking away healthy, walking away blessed to be able to play the game that I love. And really proud of my teammates and these coaches.
Talk a little bit about the weapons you have to play with
to
distribute the ball. You got some good guys that distribute the ball too.
Yeah, very good. I mean, these are receivers you kind of can just throw a bubble out to them or a slant, and they could potentially, take it to the house. And, you see a little bit of that today with, Dane and Tavion. And, it's my job to be a better point guard. It's my job to do better at distributing the ball to those guys. There were certain plays that I think I did pretty well, but there's, also tons that I wish I could get back. But, that's just me just not playing the game for a little while, kind of just being a little hard on myself, my biggest critique, but I know we'll get better. I know this upcoming week of practice we'll respond a lot better, and, guys are hungry to correct all those mistakes for sure.
It's kind of a fast start for you. That first drive, obviously the big catch to Dane, but
yeah.
I like you threw probably 6 passes down the first drive. Was that kind of just, all right, let's throw you in the fire real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I love coming into the game, slinging the rock around a little bit. But, shout out to Ray Davis, too. I mean, that dude is a baller. He came in and, when certain pass concepts that, I thought were going to work or that I was missing a little bit that we didn't execute on, he came in and just picked us right up. So it's really cool to have a teammate like that. But, going into the game, I always feel like we have so many different threats. Like I just talked about all of our weapons, and, we got to use all of them to our advantage. So whether that's starting the game throwing, starting the game running the ball with Ray, we have so many different ways to attack defenses.
It felt like things were a little off. Is there any reason why things just weren't clicking all the time?
Not really. I mean, I think it's the first game. Guys are excited. First time going against a different defense in so long, going through camp. A lot of new faces out on the field. But I think at the end of the day, everyone just was very excited. We kind of needed to refresh a little bit and, take a deep breath before every play and just make sure we were doing our job. I think that's all. I think, at times guys wanted to do a lot more than what was asked to do. And, starting with myself, I need to be better. I need to make sure that everyone is confident in the play, confident in the huddle, and we break the huddle and just making sure everyone's on the right page. So we'll get back to the drawing board. We'll definitely learn from our mistakes, but at the end of the day, we're going to celebrate the win because, like I said, it's hard to win. So I'm really proud of this
Coach
team.
Dukes and Coach Coen, they both talked about the inconsistency on the offensive line. As given the troubles last year, just being under center, how would you judge the offensive line yourself today?
Yeah, I felt fine. I feel like, honestly, I barely got touched today. And, credit to those guys. They came into this year and they're going to continue to play with a chip on their shoulder because, what they keep hearing about last year or keep hearing, interpretations of what this offensive line is going to be. So, credit to those guys. I'm really proud of those guys. I think they did a great job understanding what they needed to do every play and protecting as best as they could. And like I said, we'll watch the film, learn where we can get better. But overall, I'm really proud of those guys.
Coach Stoops,
Like getting out there and kicking in pressure situations.
It felt great. I mean, I've been a starter now this is my 4th year, so I didn't feel any more pressure than I normally have. But it felt great to get out there with my new teammates.
fixing the kicking game has been a big concern, I think, for Kentucky fans. Like, could you feel that at all?
I don't know about fixing anything because I try not to pay attention to like the pass or anything like that. But I can feel my teammates are happy for me, and they're happy with how I performed today. So just gotta move on to the next kick.
First game as a Wildcat, just kind of describe the environment.
Describe the environment. Catwalk is crazy, man. That is something I did not expect. I mean, obviously there's a great crowd out there today, but yeah, man, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
How do you guys feel overall after this one?
I feel great. Obviously there's still work to be done. I don't feel like I hit my best balls out there today, so going out there Monday is work, ball contact and operation stuff still.
When Stoops goes, I think he just did a 2-yard run just to get you a couple yards closer. I don't know if it made a difference, but you kind of know, on that 3rd down, if he's calling the run play, he kind of has confidence in you right away that you're going to be able to make that kick.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm good from comfortable from 55 and in. So I wasn't really paying attention too much to the yardage, but yeah, felt confident.
Last year, Kentucky struggled in special teams some. Coach Stoops said the fan base that first 3 felt like 7 because seeing some go through the uprights. Could you tell that from the fan base when you were out there, or it's kind of zoned in?
I was pretty locked in. It wasn't like I was feeling anything, but like I said, I could feel my teammates were happy. And I'm looking forward to doing more of that stuff for my teammates and coaches.
This is par for the course for you. Like, you kind of expect to go out there and do what you did today.
Right. Yeah, I expect perfection.
You seem kind of chill sitting there. I mean, what's the rest of the day looking like for you? What are you going to do to unwind?
My holder at Georgia Southern, where I transferred from, he came up with his girlfriend, and then my girlfriend's here with me, and my family came up, mom, dad. So probably going to Drake's or something like that, eat some good food.
It's not like you're.
Everybody has a lot of room to work on, and everybody's going to come to work next week and improve.
Like you said, I see how good we can be.
I think we can be really good. I feel like everybody's solid, even with a lot of penalties that we had and a lot of mistakes. You guys might not have saw the mistakes that we had, but we saw them for sure. The offense saw them, and there's a lot we can work on, and like I said, a lot to improve on.
How did it feel to be in Liam's offense?
It felt really good. He really trusted us to go out there and play. He said it too. He said he had things to work on, which I didn't really think he had things to work on. I really liked what he did. Just playing with Coach Coen is really special, and I just can't wait to keep improving with him.
At what point did you know Barryon was going to the house?
So we were sitting on the bench, and Tavion said if he gets a chance right here, he's taking it to the house. And I was like, I agree. And then boom, he caught it. I was like, he's gone. And we said it media day. If they kick it to him game 1, he's gonna take it to the house.
He did it.
Yeah.
And he said you guys could be the best wide receiver duo in the SEC. Obviously, he wants to build off the catching, but how good do you feel like you two can be?
Yeah, I feel like we can be really good because teams will see one of us will have a really good game one week, and then the next week the next team is gonna try to really focus on that receiver. Then the next receiver is gonna step up and make plays because they're focusing on another receiver.
There were some balls from Devin that felt like that slant there in the first quarter felt like that could have been more closer. There was one in that other corner of the end zone.
Yep.
Well, does that come with time? Just knowing that he's gonna hit you with a good ball?
Yeah. We've hit it several times at practice. Like I said, it was just game 1 jitters. I feel like everybody had them, and like I said, we're going to come out ready to improve next week and focus on the things that we messed up this week and really come in next week for practice Monday and get to work.
Just knowing that me trusting the coach and in meetings every day, listening, locked in, and just when you trust what your coach says, show on the field.
During media day, you were around Dane when he was with us, and he said, "Don't kick it to him. Don't kick it to him." Well, you finally got an opportunity, so I guess you proved him right. Just how did that feel when you got into the open field?
Man, it just felt great. Just like that's like a dream come true for any football player is to score a touchdown, and one-on kick return is a blessing. And me just being able to go to the side where my parents and friends were sitting made it good.
When did you realize that the field was wide open for you?
The second one I got. Well, the first one I got when they tackled me on some little lucky stuff. I knew then if I get it again, I was gonna take it to the crib.
And when you did, were you having a little deja vu? Home opener last year, same sort of setup?
Yeah, a little bit. Going through my head, I was just focused on keeping the ball this time, making sure I hold it high and tight until I crossed the goal line.
Is that something you've heard a lot about over the last year?
Yeah.
Coach Stoops said there were stretches where y'all looked great and some where y'all could improve a little bit. What's something that you see that y'all are going to be focused on doing better on week 2?
Honestly, everything. I feel like nobody's ever perfect. No team is ever perfect. So even on the good plays, we figuring out how can we make it better. So just going to next week with the mindset of we always can get better. We're never comfortable where we're at. So just making sure we're hitting every key point that we need to hit.
Coach came with Devin. What was the ball coming like off of his hand? I know you wanted that one and everything.
Smooth, great. Stuff don't go your way once you get double coverage and people holding and PIs and stuff. But man, Devin's a great leader, great guy. Love the balls he thrown to him, and I just can't wait to work.
Coach Stoops said earlier today, or just a little while ago, that you didn't feel like there was a rhythm and a flow on offense. What did you guys feel out there?
I'm pretty sure that's probably how every head coach feel about the first game of their season. Of course, everything's not going to be perfect, but that's why we work every day to get better, get stronger, get faster. Next week, you won't see the things that we need to work on. You won't see them out there on the field.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, man.